Good evening, everyone. It is once again Ted the Speed Learner, and in a moment I'm going to declare the winner of the video response wars this week, but I wanted to talk about a couple of things just before I did. Number one, I went to Athens and videotaped that Long Nine Museum and all those historic houses, okay? However, I had a lot of video off of that, and it's going to take me time to process that. That's why you're not seeing the locations in Petersburg right now. Now, I'm sure by now you have seen that I have posted up the 3 Petersburg signs. That's right, I have a video that says Lincoln and Petersburg and Lincoln the Surveyor and all this other stuff. You see the signs, you just haven't seen where they are yet. Now, I will show you the exact locations in the Athens video. In other words, when you see the video about Athens and all the stuff I videotaped out there on Saturday, you will actually see where these 3 signs are in Petersburg. But I will go ahead and tell you where they are, and then in the video you will actually see for yourself where they are. If you go into town in Petersburg, you hit 6th Street at the courthouse, you will see a Rexall Drugs. Okay, and right across the street from the Rexall Drugs, there's a building. On the building wall is the first of the 3 signs. It's like literally attached to the wall. Then you go down to 7th Street, where you will see one of the Lincoln signs. It's right there at the courthouse. You can't miss it. I mean, it's literally right at the courthouse. And then right across the street from that, all you have to do is look literally right across the street. Make sure that the sign at the courthouse is behind you as you look across the street, and if the sign's behind you as you look across the street, you will see the 3rd and final sign. So there they all are. Now, the reason I'm saying that I'm going to process these videos very carefully is because when I went to Athens, they made it possible financially for me to go, not this year. I don't know if it'll be next year or not. I'm going to try next year. I can't guarantee it, but either next year or the year after, I'm going to a place called Freeport, Illinois. And I'm going to show you this right here. That is Freeport, Illinois, and I'm going to zoom this out just a little bit. As you can see, Freeport is just a hop, skip, and a jump from the Illinois border. Okay, this over here is Iowa, and I believe over here is Wisconsin, and this is Freeport, Illinois. And as you can see, there's also a Pearl City and a Kent, Illinois, and between Pearl City and Kent is the other Lincoln sign. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to travel all the way from Decatur straight to Freeport, then to this sign between Pearl City and Kent, and then I'm going to come back home, and you will get both of those signs. So that financial arrangement has been made, and I have the money on me. I just need a good opportunity. It's just too late in the year right now to do that. There are other signs that I plan to get before the end of the year. I do have full plans to go to Vandalia, so you'll be getting those signs. I may actually get up to Bloomington before the winter starts coming in. I'm going to try to get to Clinton and get the rest of those signs up there. I'm also going to try to get the sign at DeWitt. I'm also going to try to go to Champaign and collect all those signs over there. It just depends on how quickly it gets cold. If it's not too quick, I'll get the signs. If it gets too quick, I just won't get anything. Okay? But I'm going to do it as fast as I possibly can before the big winter weather starts coming in. Alright, having said all of that, there are other things that are going to happen. I wanted to tell you that you see this arrangement around me? Well, let me tell you something. That's going to change. And I'm not going to tell you all of it right now, but believe me, this surrounding is going to change. Again, yeah. And when you see it, you're going, wow. So, that pretty much takes care of all that. So keep in mind, I am still trying to burn the discs for Relay for Life. I've had some people that were very interested in this stuff. If you are interested and you have $7 on you, go to the Macon County Relay for Life Facebook page and request the discs. They will get the request to me, I will burn the disc, and then you can make the financial arrangements with them. And they will financially arrange it so that you'll get the discs. I've been doing that. I've been doing some high-end studying. I know you guys are going to be going back to school in about a week or two. You need the information I'm trying to provide, so I'm doing that. I have been doing these looking for Lincoln signs. Last week I was in Jacksonville. Yesterday I was in Athens and Petersburg. Today I was celebrating some anniversaries. I have been 10 years with this one retail company, and I was celebrating that. I was also celebrating the fact that I've been on YouTube for 2.5 years. One of my videos, my top-rated video, has been viewed over 5,700 times. That is something very big time to celebrate. We were also celebrating the fact that I was on TeacherTube for 2 years now. Also to celebrate the fact that I now have the financial arrangements secured to go to Freeport, so I'll be able to get those signs. We're still trying to make the financial arrangements necessary to get to Jonesboro. That will be the only other critical sign situation that I'll have to deal with. The rest of them, I'm going to be going to Pittsfield next year, to I hope to go to Danville this year. If not, it'll be next year. I will definitely be going to Metamora next year, Pontiac next year, Ottawa next year. Also, I will be going to Fountain Green next year. At least we hope we get a good chance to do that. Also, I plan to go to Quincy next year, hopefully, and get all their signs. A lot of signs out there. As a matter of fact, I can show you just how many there actually are. If you wait, I'm going to bring up the map here. Now, it only looks like, when you look at this map, it only looks like there's about 11 signs. However, what you do not know is that many of these signs are double-sided. So, you're not just getting 11 signs, you're getting 18 of them. Okay? Now, I'm going to zoom this out just a second to give you an idea. Over here is a little town called Macomb. Got the cursor over Macomb here. Now, over here is Fountain Green, Illinois. Okay, and that's one of the other places I'm going to go to, and as you can see, it's a pretty far distance to get over there. Alright, Pittsfield. Now I've got my cursor over Pittsfield, Illinois. That's going to be a long trip. So as you can plainly see, I'm going to be going to some of these places. Beardstown, Rushville, both of them have signs. I'm going to be going over there. I'm going to videotape. I can't tell you exactly when because I really don't know myself. But I'm going to get over there. I'm going to videotape these signs. You've seen my work, so you know it's coming. Okay? And I know I have been kind of long-winded about all this, but that was a lot of details I wanted you to know. Between having my room rearranged one more time, and on top of that, going to these places and doing the Relay for Life DVDs and all the other stuff that's coming down, and believe me, there's a lot of stuff that you don't know anything about, but it's coming down. Between all of this, time constraints are going to be really tough on me, but I will get to everything as quickly as I can. Okay, and that is the reason why I brought all this up, because Boink the Clown is the winner of the video response awards this week. I really did not get a chance to check out any of your last videos. I will put a like and a comment on each one of them. If I don't get to it tonight, it will be tomorrow night. Believe me, you will get your stuff. Most importantly, I wanted to tell you that despite the fact that I have not watched every single one of your top 15 forgotten characters, I will tell you this. I learned a lot. I did not know half these characters even existed. If you hadn't even brought them up, I would never have known. So you have done a lot of good research and you have learned a lot of things. I would like for you on your videos to put little comments as to where these things actually came from and give a little more detail about them. I'm very interested. Maybe you can tell me who created some of these characters and why they created them. Maybe you can find out and leave some notes. If not on your videos, you can leave them right down here. You can tell me who created all these characters and why they created them and so on and so forth. I find that information very fascinating. I will say that there was a couple of characters that I really could have cared less about, particularly the Cartman character. I didn't give a root and nothing. I don't like South Park. I think they're rude and crude, but that's just me. I know there's a lot of people like that stuff. I just happen not to be one of them. It's just a personal preference thing with me, okay? But I found a lot of your characters to be very, very fascinating, including the Nintendo ones. They were very fascinating. I was overjoyed to see them. So, yes, I have found a lot of the stuff you have presented to be quite interesting, quite fascinating, and if you want to continue right on with these countdowns, you go right ahead, because I tell you what, you are educating me. I can't believe it, but you are actually, I had no idea. When it comes to pop trivia, you got it. You got it better than I do. Oh boy, much better than I do. So, you are actually giving me a lot of education that I would not get otherwise. I don't really get a chance to follow pop culture very often, and this is cool. So I am enjoying your stuff. Like I said, there's a lot of things going on. Some of it you know, some of it you don't. But I'm telling you, it's all exciting. It's all wonderful. And you're not going to believe half the things that are happening. It's just magnificent. Alright, so bear with me. Be patient. A lot of people have been asking if I'm going to go back to Springfield to get the remaining 10 or 12 signs that we have not yet gotten out of there. Yes, I am. I don't know if it'll be this year, but it'll probably be next year, if not this year. We're going back, and we're going to get those signs, so don't think we won't. We will. It's kind of unfortunate that I didn't bring a step stool with me when I went up to Springfield. I may go back to the Great Western Depot in Springfield with a step stool one of these days and actually re-videotape that particular sign. It's just so high off the ground that I need to actually take a step stool and just flat out do it right. So that will eventually come. I don't know when. I'll just have to let you see it for yourself. Anyway, the most important thing is I am not ignoring you, Boink the Clown. It's just a lot of things are happening all at once, and I wish I could tell you all of it, but there's just some things are public, some things are not, and so therefore be patient, understand it's all happening, okay? So, Boink the Clown, congratulations on your win on the Video Response Wars. I also wanted to let you know that the Video Response Wars has now been seen over 1,000 times. So it's going to be shown a lot more often. A lot of people are going to see it, and it's going to be great. Alright. That's a lot of stuff to tell you in one particular video. I will tell everybody everything in another video. I wanted to let you guys know that I am just 4 proofs away from explaining the Greek letter sigma, and I will be showing you that in just a couple of weeks. If not 3, I don't know. It's gonna come. So be ready, be prepared, it's coming. And I will tell you all more in a future video. Stay tuned.